everyone, and welcome to this week's Cruise Chat. My name is Kathleen Penner. I'm the owner of Plenty of Sunshine Travel, and today I'm joined by Maxine. And Maxine is from Celebrity Cruises, and we've got some exciting new updates and some other things to discuss. So over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Kathleen. It's great to chat with you. We've done this before, and it's always important to stay connected. And you're so savvy to connect directly with the brands. So myself from Celebrity Cruises, we strive to keep the travel agents, yourself, involved and aware of all of the things behind the scenes. And so your clients and your audience really has a leg up to go behind the curtain and get this extra access. So thank you so much for making this possible.
Oh, no problem. I love doing it because it's straight from you guys and it's factual information. And it's just something that, I enjoyed meeting with everybody each week.
It's fantastic. Well, there is a lot going on in the Celebrity Cruises world. And my goodness, to think of where we started and to think of where we are now. First, I certainly did not anticipate how long, it's been over 8 months.
Oh, goodness.
And we finally have turned a corner. It's been extremely busy behind the curtain of all of the initiatives and the efforts and the third-party studies and our healthy sail panel and all of those things that I think a lot of people in the travel industry and the cruise industry are savvy about. And we really are ready, and we cannot wait to get back in the water. And well, what's interesting, I find it fascinating to know what the ships are doing without passengers. And so to say back in the water isn't true at all. All of our ships have not only been in the water, but not even docked. They stay floating with a skeleton crew of the navigational officers, the captain, but they still need chefs and housekeeping, to accommodate those crew as well. Yeah. So there's a lot of great social media. We have a phenomenal fleet of captains. You might know the first American female captain, Captain Kate McHugh, had been at the helm of our beautiful Celebrity Edge throughout this entire ordeal. She actually just got home after being on board for something more than 10 months because she was already working and being the captain on Edge before the suspension, and she stayed on board this entire time. And so her social media has been fantastic to keep us up to date and really shed some light and showing, the positive and the hope of all of that. But with the Edge series, our second ship was being built for the last 2 years. We laid the keel and we were following it, and she was ready to go in April. So to have,
and of course,
stopped,
down in March. Yes,
exactly. To have had the suspension happen before this absolutely stunning ship was able to be seen and experienced and loved by passengers was truly heartbreaking. And for those who aren't familiar with Celebrity, or maybe, you haven't sailed with Celebrity in a long time, or you haven't cruised at all, it's important to know how special and how different Celebrity truly is, focusing on what our passengers are most interested in. It's all about the destination. And we really strive to go to the most fantastic places around the world. In fact, in this virtual world that we're living in now, we're all in meetings all day, virtual webinars, conferences. So even just today, I was on a webinar specifically and exclusively from our destination team, where we can measure the appeal of a destination, rating, of all of the ports we visit. But even more interestingly was the satisfaction scores of our destinations after experiencing it. And it makes a really interesting gap between a low appeal score, simply because they might not even be aware or familiar or have ever heard of some of these exotic remote destinations, and how high the satisfaction score is once they go. So we truly deliver on destination, and we sail around the world. So we now, with the introduction of our beautiful new Celebrity Apex, have 14 ships, and we sail worldwide all year round. So winter destinations, summer destinations, and the spring and fall. So the design of them is all about the innovation, the technology, the architects that go into every space. Is absolutely spectacular. The accommodations is certainly where we excel. I will show you a little bit about how special the retreat experience is, because that is our suites and private areas and the dining that comes along with it, which blends perfectly into culinary, the fourth pillar, because culinary isn't just in the dining room. It's in our, even in our shore excursions. So we find the destinations and bring that authenticity through culinary in exploring the places we visit, but we also have cooking classes and shows and really interactive experiences throughout the cruise. And the same likeliness is the wellness. It's woven in to every aspect of our experience, the culinary, the healthy choices, our staterooms. There's a unique opportunity in Aqua Class where it brings the spa to you. There are certain special amenities and programs along with our world-class spa and fitness center. So all of these things have a background of service behind them that truly makes Celebrity unique, using the size of our ships for space with less passengers on board to really deliver a special product. So here are our 14 ships, and not to go into detail, but to really understand the size of them. We are not in the mega ship category. We won't have those ships that have 4,000, 5,000, or over 6,000 passengers on a vessel. We love the sweet spot of 2,200 to 2,800 passengers. What this allows is for the larger ships to have variety, the big, beautiful entertainment, the theater shows, the acrobatics, the variety in the dining, in the restaurants, and just outdoor space. Celebrity truly thrives with outdoor space that's usable and enjoyable. The Solstice series, for example, most of the top deck is real fresh grass. It's the only 5 ships in the world to have the real fresh grass. And you can see the brand new Edge series and 3 very unique ships in our expedition series that range from 100 passengers down to 16 passengers. And that sails exclusively in the Galapagos Islands. So small expedition experience in the Galapagos there. So truly, we would love to be sailing around the world right now. We know that we are presently suspending all operations through this unprecedented time to take a step back and examine every aspect of cruising. And so right now we are in the midst of designing our healthy return to service. It is imperative that we look and examine at every concept or aspect of cruising, from the booking, the screening, the check-in, the onboard, the destination, and the debark, from all aspects. And so you would have seen that there's a healthy sail panel, that an independent group of experts, 12 experts in their fields of epidemiology, the ex-director of the FDA and the ex-director of the CDC. We're talking the experienced ones that can examine cruising, and came back with a robust list of 74 items that we can do to make cruising the absolute safest place on the planet. So when we think about flying or shopping or restaurants or hotels or resorts, cruise truly offers a unique opportunity to have a very secure experience. The crew don't go home at the end of every day and interacting with others, so we can really control and maintain service standards and health standards on board a cruise of our size. So we're really excited that we got to present that to the CDC, and they are going to be the ones to validate and verify and confirm and approve cruising moving forward. So we anticipate getting back in the operations by the end of the year, slowly, safely, and verified by third party that everything is, we're sailing with confidence. But from a passenger perspective, what does that all mean? And we are able to share that there are 5 sections that we have really analyzed that will cover everything. The prevention is making sure that only healthy people get on board our ships, but we can still mitigate any further interactions with physical distancing and sanitization, and our air quality and filtration systems have been verified by a third party that it is, exclusively fresh airflow and not recycled air.
Mm-hmm.
And it really is building the confidence in the passengers that not even our own households can say that about our air systems. So it really takes our expectations and standards to a new level. And that's what can happen with cruising. And we're still able to deliver a fantastic destination experience and a fantastic onboard experience with less passengers on board, more service, and more, intuitive service. We can still have the buffet concept of variety and stations and market style presentation, but taking it one step further, that it is exclusively served to you and no longer self-service. So those kinds of things are the things we're looking at, and we're excited to get back into operations with that. So when it comes to a passenger perspective of planning ahead, well, you've already started with becoming savvy by tuning into a special like this, right? Chatting with you and chatting directly with the suppliers. Mm-hmm. And the best thing you can do is book in advance. Kathleen, you and I, we're here in Canada. We know there are specific and unique hurdles or considerations for us traveling internationally. And those all are short term. We know this is not forever. This is not permanent. So planning for the summer of 2021, we want to go to Alaska. We want to go visit Europe. Planning further out, Celebrity is already open up until 2022. Mm-hmm. So booking now, we have implemented what we call Cruise with Confidence. It's our guarantee and promise to alleviate all of the penalties and restrictions and give you more flexibility. So we have refundable deposits. So when you book a Celebrity cruise, it is fully refundable until that final payment date, which isn't until 3 months prior to departure. Mm-hmm. So lots of time especially if you're planning ahead. Even after that final payment date, you can still cancel for any reason up until 48 hours prior to departure and receive 100% future cruise credit. So no penalties. We've waived all of that. Mm-hmm. And Kathleen, I'm sure you can speak to how convenient and confident that makes you feel.
It certainly does. Yeah. There's sometimes, something comes up and there's just some reason that you need to cancel. It could be an illness in your family, not even on yourself, but, a parent or a grandparent. And so it's great to have that option to be able to cancel.
Truly. It allows you to wait and see. Like you said, life comes up, but especially in this uncertain time, if you were to book, you have dreams and aspirations to go to Alaska next summer. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. This allows you to wait and see, but smartly, because we know that booking early is the lowest price, the better inventory. It's going to be lower capacity. We're going to reduce the amount of people on our ships short term. So, the savvy thing would be to book in advance, knowing that it's refundable until final payment, and you can still cancel for any reason up until 48 hours prior to departure. Yeah. Change this ship and sail date.
Another thing that's fabulous about that too is you get the choice of your stateroom location, because so many people for Alaska especially want those aft balconies. They want to make sure, they're in the middle of the ship if that's, the best for the motion, and you get those best views. So that's the way that you can definitely guarantee that you can get your choice of rooms.
Exactly. And that's what's so unique about cruising versus hotels or resorts. If you wanted to be precisely 10 steps away from the elevator, not too close, not too far, you can pick every aspect by selecting and securing your room. And we do have the best price guarantee. So if other travelers are simply saying, well, I just don't know, I'm going to wait and see, and maybe the price will go down, this really alleviates any kind of concern or trepidation, where we do guarantee the best price is lowest early. And if for any reason the price were to go down, we would issue that back to you, whether it's before the final payment or after the final payment in a form of an onboard credit. So great assurances there. If you were the kind of traveler that wants to be the first back out there, or, you just simply cannot wait and you're just as excited as us, we know for sure that we're going to be starting the return to service with these two beautiful ships, the brand new Apex, as I was mentioning, and her sister, the Celebrity Edge. So that, is the slow start from December. We will increase the amount of ships in January, February, and into the summer months. But these are the first two to get back in the water. And we're simply so excited. They're so excited. They actually did a little dance last week when the Apex came over from the shipyard in France, where she was built for the very first time, to join the rest of her sisters around the Bahamas. This is what happens when you get captains with nowhere to go. I found this to be so funny. I absolutely love that. So all of that just happened last week even. And now she's in Fort Lauderdale. So Fort Lauderdale will be our starting point for the first sailings. And by March, we actually are going to start introducing Pacific Northwest. So we're going to be sailing out of LA. We're going to do some Mexican Riviera. So what we know is, in the winter months, people are looking to stay a little bit closer to home this year. And then when it comes to next summer, Alaska, Europe, Bermuda, great opportunities. So these ships, the Celebrity Edge and Apex, everyone is very familiar with that magic carpet. It's just the most sensational platform, outdoor venue. It's all about the outdoor space and the enjoyability of all of the different venues. Edge series truly was built and designed for this kind of spatial, enjoyment. Loving the outdoor spaces, dining, lounging, poolside, the walking and running track is all spectacular. Having a, balcony, as you were mentioning, very enjoyable. This one being one of our aft facing balconies. It sounds like it's your favorite. It's one of my favorite locations as well. And looking at the bathrooms and all of the accommodations, having that balcony is truly sensational. We still will have room service. That's really lovely to have breakfast delivered in the morning or, an afternoon or late night snack. It's all about having special experiences. And that's what Celebrity Cruises does really well. We have a unique category of stateroom called our Aqua Class. I was hinting to it earlier with our wellness endeavors. This is a category of stateroom that is, most desirable location, priority embarkation, all sorts of extra amenities, bottle of sparkling wine and expanded room service menu. But it also gives you unlimited and complimentary access to the private area of our spa. So if you like the ship as a part of the destination and you love the spa, this is certainly for you, where you're going to find 8 different thermal suites, as we call them, relaxation areas with those heated tile loungers, steam rooms, saunas. There's a crystallarium, salt therapy, a rainforest shower experience of different temperatures and pressures. It really is quite the retreat within the retreat where you have that enjoyable experience. And Aqua Class also has private dining at Blue.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the only way you can access that restaurant too is to stay in those suites.
Exactly. So Aqua Class is really unique, and all of our ships, there are so many different dining experiences that it really does have a natural flow of lack of congestion, no overcrowding, where everyone has a unique experience. So I promised to share with you the retreat along with our Aqua Class. And this is what's included with all of our suite categories. So all of our suites are part of the retreat, which is an exclusive, all-inclusive opportunity. So it starts with the suite accommodations, the butler service, but it also includes private dining, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a truly unique experience for the fact that we've partnered with Daniel Boulud, the famous Michelin star chef, well-renowned around the world. He's designed a special exclusive menu in this restaurant. So again, it is just part of the retreat. A complimentary, no cover charge, no cost associated with it. And you are dining as if you were in a Daniel restaurant in France or in New York or wherever around the world he's known to be. All more exclusive areas. The retreat is also the sun deck. This is a private pool, cabana, loungers for all of our retreat guests. So what people are looking for more now than ever is, again, that space, the outdoor experience, the less crowding. And that's what our ships are able to offer, is less people, larger capacities in terms of the space and the venues on board. So when you book into the retreat, you're getting everything included: the premium beverage package, unlimited Wi-Fi, the tips are covered, and onboard spending credits, which is shore excursions, spa, specialty dining, whatever, just going shopping in our boutiques on board as well. So it truly is magnificent. So looking around the world now is certainly the time that the savvy travelers are starting to plan. That's what we have felt and seen on our end, is the bookings are coming in, really focusing on 2021 and beyond. Mm-hmm. So Caribbean still being our most popular destination that people are booking right now, where there really are unique experiences. Whether you're going all the way south to the famous flamingo beaches of Aruba, we're really focusing on small group shore excursions. And that's what we're going to be able to do with our own, curated shore excursions, where they're catamarans and less bus tours and more out in the open, and doing something off the beaten path is what is waiting for you in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
it's a summer destination. Mm-hmm. and the cruise leaves from the New Jersey, New York area. We actually do a scenic cruise past the Statue of Liberty, so that's special.
I've done
you
that.
Can be on the top deck, and you're at eye level, right, with the Statue of Liberty. And we sail to Bermuda, which is not as far south as the Caribbean. It's further over in the Atlantic, kind of in line with the Carolinas. Mm-hmm. So you find the pink sand beaches. It's so unique. So this is a really great summer destination that's closer to home. I actually drove to the port from Toronto to Cape Liberty in New Jersey. So you can even avoid, flying altogether with that one.
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, we drove to Liberty, and it was great. It was nice to just get into your car and leave right after, instead of rushing to the airport and going through security. It was great. Yeah,
exactly. And if you want to make a weekend out of it, the cruise leaves on a Sunday, so you can drive down and stay in New York, catch a Broadway show, and then hop on your cruise. Mm-hmm. So it makes it quite the adventure. This one in particular is a new cruise for us that we didn't get to do in 2020. We were trying to debut it this year. So we have returned it for 2021. And you can see it still starts in Cape Liberty in that New Jersey area, hops up to Nova Scotia, and pops over to Greenland and Iceland. So that's a summer adventure that's going to be on one of our smaller ships and spending a lot more time in port. And, when you think about Greenland, it might not be on your list, but it is such a spectacular, bucket list item to check off and see the fjords and cruise through the sounds and really explore something that's not very well known. Mm-hmm. Another great summer destination is, of course, Alaska, and especially for us Canadians to see the rugged mountains of the West Coast. We do have 2 cruises that leave from Vancouver. We have a round trip Vancouver, so start and end in Vancouver is quite convenient for us. We have a round trip Seattle, which is a beautiful place to visit as well. And then we have the one-way cruise that starts in Vancouver and finishes up in the middle of Alaska in the port of Seward, mm-hmm. which allows us to then go inland. So we also offer packages where you either do the cruise first, 7 nights northbound, and then you're traveling by the beautiful Wilderness Express rail car on the Alaskan rail system, or by motor coach, staying in local accommodations. This one showcased here is a 5-diamond resort in the middle of glacial mountains. And it really is going to take you into the interior of Alaska. So if Alaska is a destination that you haven't visited yet, a cruise tour, which is going to be our land and cruise package, mm-hmm. is of course the ultimate way to experience that. And you can do so from Vancouver, cruising northbound or southbound. Mm-hmm. Europe, of course, is another most popular destination where we're even introducing new ports of call to our celebrity itineraries than ever before. So all 4 of these are brand new for 2021. 3 in Greece alone. Greece is tops the list. I was telling you about the approval rating or the appeal rating and the satisfaction rating. Greece holds most of the top places there. And well, I love to say this one, Toronto in Italy is a new place for us visiting as well. So really unique opportunities to go further, in depth into the culture of these smaller towns. We're also doing Lisbon in Portugal, Istanbul, Trieste in Italy, as all new destinations and experiences that we were supposed to do in 2020 that we're bringing back for 2021. So I wanted to finish off with one of the most unique experiences you can have, sailing in the Galapagos Islands of South America off the coast of Ecuador. You saw that we have 3 ships there, and the newest one is pictured here, the Celebrity Flora, where she's the first of her kind to physically have been built exclusively to cater to the Galapagos. That's why you see that hydraulic platform at the back of the ship to make it easy to get on and off of those tender boats, and the floor to ceiling windows, and every single room is a suite with a private balcony. Every aspect of this is absolutely spectacular. Galapagos takes you off the beaten path because there are no paths. This is a well-protected national park, all about adventure. So it's snorkeling, it's hiking, it's being face-to-face with all of the different species there. And we have a really great opportunity with Galapagos because we've been there for so long, and we are the leader in this area. We're offering half price for the second person in the room. All of our cruises are based on 2 people. So buy one, get one half price, and we're offering free air. So no matter where you start from in Canada or in the US, getting round trip, into Quito, the capital of Ecuador, where we start and end our packages, you would have that complimentary flying anywhere. And that sails all year round. So on any celebrity cruise, one thing you must know and always remember is that we have the perks included. So right now, at the very minimum, every single person sailing with us is getting the beverage package included, and you don't have to pay anything additional. The tips are included for those drinks, all of that. So you can choose just the beverage package or the majority, and especially booking through you, Kathleen, with your great deals and prices, most people have 2 perks included. So you get to choose from the Wi-Fi, the tips, or onboard spending. And I also mentioned how the retreat suite categories get all 4 of those, and you don't have to make any choices or decisions yourself. So we have promotions running right now that's getting you an extra savings, and booking through Kathleen, you're also getting exclusive, you have exclusive offers with us as well, pricing and bonus onboard credits. So certainly a lot to start shopping for. Start with the destination, find out which ships are going there, and we'll build the most beautiful experience for you from there.
Absolutely. Yes, that's great. Yeah. With so many great deals right now, especially being a part of Virtuoso, you get so many more perks that you wouldn't get if you're booking direct. So it's super just to reach out and send an email, and I'd be glad to hook you up and we'll get you going.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for joining us. And I hope everybody has a great week. Goodbye. I really hope you enjoyed this week's cruise chat with Maxine from Celebrity. It was so nice to see all of the great promotions that they have, to look at their ships, their new ships, and some of the fun things that they have. And it's just so nice to be encouraged to get back to cruising. I, for one, have really missed being out on the ocean, and I look forward to getting back to it soon. And it's nice to see some positive steps in that way. If you'd like to see the show notes, click on the bottom of the page on the YouTube channel, and you'll see a link to the show notes page. And on there is the blog post. And I will just highlight some of the things that I thought was kind of important to see, and some of the slides that are there that you can click on them and pull them up a little bit closer so that you can see them a bit better. Sometimes we go a little bit fast and there's something you're like, oh, I wanted to see that again. And it's just going to be there on the blog post. Next week, I'm going to be meeting with Virgin Voyages. And we're going to be discussing some of their new itineraries that they have and their steps to getting back to cruising as well post-COVID. So check out next week. I put out a new cruise chat every single Thursday. Make sure you check those out. Usually they come out around 11 o'clock on Thursdays. If you want to get a notification when they first come out, make sure you subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get the notification right away. I do announce when they come out on our Facebook page. So if you want to get in on that conversation, Plenty of Sunshine Travel on Facebook. But if you want to see it right away without waiting for me to announce it, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And I hope to see you soon on our group cruises and to sail with you. Have a great week. Goodbye.